is it going? Do you know what I would like to talk to you about? How about us? You and me. Your neighbor, for example. Or just another person you see while walking down the street. Yeah, that is actually exactly what I want to talk about. Those people. A part of your life that you can't really control. All the unpleasant people that you see who walk in the opposite direction on the street. For some reason, they think they're important. And please don't get me wrong, I am probably one of those people. That is why I want to make things clearer and better for us to understand. Let's show more respect, not to just somebody out there, but in the first place to ourselves. We all like to complain and point out when people do things not the way we like them or the way we want them to be. But if we can start recognizing the bad and unpleasant things in ourselves, well, we will never get better at anything. So, when it comes to being on the street, would you agree or disagree that we should have the rules and having rules is important? For example, we have roads for cars, bus lanes, and bike paths. We also have sidewalks for pedestrians. I believe that pedestrians are the most important and they are priority. But yeah, of course, there are always those people who abuse the system, which is bad. They would just walk in the middle of the street and don't give a fly. But what about people who live in the country where traffic moves on the right side? Yet they walk on the left side of the street, pushing everyone against the wall and just acting like they're gods and more important than everyone else. Do you think that if you walk on the right side of the sidewalk, you should be considered the dominant one? And the same would go for the left side of the road. We have these rules for cars, we have these rules for bicycles, but not for pedestrians, which is weird, to be honest. And I don't even remember talking to anyone about things like that. It just came into my brain a few days ago. Anyhow, I think it is important to have an understanding of how movement in the city works. Also, there are cars constantly honking at cyclists. Yeah, I get it, you're in a hurry, but so everyone else. We are all trying to get somewhere. You can see there is no bike lane on the street, and yet you keep honking. Please stop. Shut up, please up already. It is annoying. A few days ago, the weather was bad. It was snowing, it was raining, it was cold, and it was almost impossible to ride a bike. But for me personally, and like to many other people, that is the only way we can get around. We have only bikes. So, Believe me, when I say I try to respect people, I mean it. That day, I had to bike to school, and for most of the road, sadly, I had to walk. It was early in the morning, so the city still didn't clean the roads or bike paths, which made it impossible to ride. Too slippery, too wet. Sometimes I would ride my bicycle on the road where the cars should ride, but not always. I moved out of the way once I saw a car, so I drove on an empty road only. And then in the city, in the center of the city, there was a street where bikes supposed to ride on the road. There is just no bike lane. And a very proud woman who was driving a Mercedes started honking at me. Like, do you have to? No, you choose to. I was in her way. Like, what does it even mean? We're all driving. Like, seriously, don't you see I am struggling already? I am wet, upset, and angry. Do you have to make it worse? No. It was your decision. For some reason, other people understood me that day, and I even got a few thumbs up, like, go ahead, girl, you can do it. And I've noticed that mostly women do not get that. Anyway, let me know what you think. Has something like that ever happened to you? Are you an annoying car driver or a frustrated bike rider? I'll be waiting for the comment. And yeah, I've been on both sides of the steering wheel, and I've heard a lot of people, a lot of different stories with stuff like that. My next topic is about our wonderful, wonderful friends, our loved ones. Yeah, you guessed it. We are going to talk about our pets, dog specifically. And not even dogs, but their owners. Yes, the dogs didn't grow a pair of hands just yet. I don't even think it's going to happen anytime soon, but we can always dream, right? Once again, I am going to talk out of my own experience, so don't get too frustrated. Try to understand me and try to understand what I'm trying to say. Don't be too harsh. A year ago, my family and I got a dog. It's a golden retriever, it's a girl. And since then, every day I have to take her for a walk. And yeah, it takes time. You don't do it just once, you have to do it at least 2-3 times per day, which is annoying, especially when the weather is not good. But every time when we would go out and she would do her business, I would always clean after my dog. Because like I said earlier, she didn't learn how to do it just yet, and she doesn't have a pair of hands. So this wonderful responsibility is on me. And yet for some reason, not everyone understands that. Which is like really? Don't you wipe your own butt? Don't you flush a toilet after yourself? Do you just poop and leave it over there? What is going on in your head? I mean, how can you do something like this? It's your family. Your dog, you clean it. You know? And if you're going to say fertilizer on a pavement, yeah, I specifically mentioned that because poop on the side of the road doesn't bother people as much. I mean, it does, but also that excuse of if you do not like it, if it bothers you, you clean it. Don't even start. And yeah, it happens in different countries, different genders, different age group. It happens. So you know exactly what I mean. Just buy a doggy bag already. Also, please, let me add men over here as well, just on a side note, so people don't think that I am sexist or I'm being unfair or whatever. I don't hate women, I am one of those ones. And yeah, those nasty mother sons are disgusting. First of all, they take off their clothes in public, but they pee on the walls. Like, really? Find the tree already.